nowadays all the members are spoke about industry 4. Then what is industry 4? Where it started from? The industry started from where we are converting the stones to weapons. From the position also the industry is started, but when we are introducing the steam power and the water power to make or operate the machine means we have started the industrial revolution. So industrial revolution is called as industry 1 and industry 2 and industry 4 and industry 5 also nowadays introduced, but today we discuss about what is industry 4. Here you see, initially the machinery components are converted into mechanized systems. Like this turbine can be operated with water power, but we may utilize lot of gearboxes. From this gearbox, we can rotate the armature inside the generator. From this, we can produce the power. Likewise, we may introduce some mechanization by the utilization of gear wheels and cam profile. Likewise, lot of mechanisms we are utilized to mechanize the systems. For mechanize the system, we may utilize gear wheel cam profile. Likewise, lot of mechanisms. For operating these mechanisms, the prime mover is important. The prime mover means we may utilize some sources to operate the machines. What are all the sources we utilized initially? Water power and steam power we utilize to operate the machines. Water power means where the pressure head is increased, the water used as a prime source to operate the machines. After that, when we are cooking the food items with vessels, we know about steam pressure on cover plate, so that we can utilize that steam power also to operate the machines. In previous days, steam engine train also operated by this water and steam power sources. So the mechanisms, gear profile and cam profile of are all important in operate the machineries. So introduction of machines or automatic devices into a process movement or place to place movement of vehicles, these are all the important component that are available with the mechanization of machineries. So mechanization working exclusively by hand or with animals. For example, if you are considered the carts can be operated by cows or horse. These are all the examples where we are going to introduce the mechanization in vehicles. So why we utilize those things for doing the work with some machineries as like a cart and a train engine. Likewise, lot of machineries we utilize steam power, water power and animals. Rather than animals and human power, we utilize some mechanisms with the aid of gear wheels and cam profiles. So the industry 1 revoluted by these kind of mechanization systems, and that mechanization systems are operated by water power and steam power, which is known as industrial revolution 1. And then when we are need a lot of product and a lot of productions, we go for mass production. So when we are introducing mass production in industries, we are revolute the industry from industry 1 to industry 2 level. So when we are introduce mass production in industrial area, we are going into industrial 2 revolution. So these kind of industries are called as industry 2. So industry 2 is used to produce the component, produce the standardized component under mass level. So mass production is the industrial process of enormous quantities of standardized products, often using assembly lines or automation technology. For example, if you consider the bike production company or car production company, they are utilizing assembly lines. In that assembly line, lot of robots available for welding joining the metals one to another with each other. For the reason, we may utilize the robotic hand for assemble the components. Here you see some uh, coatings. Chocolate coating on iceberg is available. For the reason, some mechanisms we are utilizing. Per day, we may produce n number of ice bars with this mechanism, which is known as assembly line. And this assembly line are utilizing some automations for the picking the iceberg from the chocolate pool. Likewise, we may utilize lot of mechanism to operate the machineries for producing the standardized component at a huge levels. Here you see per day we can produce 1000 to 2000 ice sticks from the mechanism, which is known as mass production. Not only icebergs, the microchip components and also car assembly, we can utilize the mass production concepts for operating all the machines. The industrial too revoluted with the electricity power. So when we are changing from water power and steam power to electricity, the industrial 2 is revoluted from industrial 1 concept. After that, the industrial revolution is not stopped with that level. The industrial revolution is going its own way. Okay, gone its own way. So the industry 2 is revoluted with the industry 3 component. Then how? Yes, we may utilize computer and automation. In industrial automation, we may go to industrial revolution. When we are inventing the computer, the industry also revoluted. So industries are automated with the aid of computers for minimizing the production cost and maximizing the production rate with the improved quality. So we can utilize the computers in manufacturing layout for operating the machines and control the products, which is known as industry 3. So automation is an important term which is played with the industrial 3 revolution. Automation is a term for technology applications where human input is minimized. So in industry 3, the human power is reduced with the aid of computer and automation technologies. After that, the industrial revolution not ended with this level. The industrial revolution is going its own way to industry 4. What happens with the industry 4? Now only the humans aware about the cyber physical system. What is meant by cyber physical system? When we are introduced and allocate the cyber physical system into the industry layout, the industry turned into industry 4 revolution. So a cyber physical system helps the intelligent system. So how can we operate the cyber physical system in industries? Yes, we can utilize the computer system. The computer system can operate the mechanism with the controlled manner, not only operated, which can monitor the devices, which means we can collect the feedback from the machine tools. From this, it can operate the machines. So some intelligence are introduced with the feedback collection mechanism. So industry 4 is revoluted from the industry 3 concepts. So not only with the computers, lot of sensors, lot of microcontrollers and a lot of cloud computing, cognitive computing techniques are utilized in industry 4. So the industry 4 is converted from mass production to customized production. So the customer needs a lot of variety of product per day. So customer can give the inputs for developing the products. So the mass production is converted it into customized production. So when the people are reached to customized production, they revolute the industry from industry 3 to 4 with the cyber physical components. A name for the current trend of automation and data exchange are important in industry 4 concepts. So the data exchange, which means information transfer from one machine to another machine. The industrialists are utilizing the cyber physical system and the internet of things, cloud computing and cognitive computing for creating the smart industry. So nowadays industry is not called as factory or manufacturing layout or shop floor. The industry is called as smart factory because of the introduction of a cyber physical system, cloud computing, internet of things and cognitive computing in manufacturing layout. Now you may have some doubt, what is meant by internet of things, what is cloud computing, what is the advantage of utilizing those things it into the manufacturing layout? Yes, let I explain here. The internet of things, or which can be also called as IoT, it is a system of interrelated computing devices which has mechanical and digital machines, objects, animals, or people that are provided to operate or performing the machine operations. Here, the Internet of Things needed a lot of data. Where I store the data, when we are utilizing the Internet of Thing concept means I can't utilize only one server or only one computer device to operate the machine. So that it needs huge memory. So that I need any device which can be used to store the data, store the multiple location data. For the reason the scientists are invented the cloud computing devices, which means large clouds often have functions distributed over multiple locations, as like our monsoon clouds. Okay, the same thing, but we can store the data with respect to the location of every clouds. From this we can recollect the data also from various locations, especially data storage and computing power without direct active management by the user. The cloud cannot be controlled by particular only one human, which can be controlled by air also not controlled by any one specific place. The air velocity can be varied with the place to place, so that locations are varied and our data storage are varied as like a cloud, so that which is called as cloud computing. Not only cloud computing, cognitive computing is also employed in industry 4. What is meant by cognitive computing? Our brain always utilizes the logical systems. For example, if I consider machining operation means if spindle speed increases, the surface finish also increases. Likewise, I can frame the rules with my brain, and which means I can get the things from my knowledge or experience. So, cognitive computing plays the same thing. It is use of computerized models to simulate the human thought process. Already I told you what is thought process, which can be arrived from our experience for based on surface roughness prediction on machining operation. So, in complex situation, we can utilize this cognitive computation in manufacturing process also. The machine has lot of experience, so that we can collect the information as a data manner from the machine. We can retrieve all the data from the machine through data science concept and incorporate that data to operate the machines. From this we can utilize the cognitive computation in industry layout also. So industry 4 utilizes the cyber physical system, after that internet of thing concept for transferring the data from one place to another place, and that internet of thing utilizes cloud computing. We can store the data wherever we want. After that we can utilize the cognitive computing for operating the different machines with the rule based system or knowledge based system, which is industry 4. Now you may aware about what is industry 4 and where it started from. The stones are converted it into weapons. Nowadays the product manufacturing is converted from sample development to customized production. This happens in manufacturing area. So every revolution concentrated step by step procedure from mechanization, steam power, water power utilization, electricity power utilization, after that computer utilization in manufacturing layout, after that microcontroller, cyber physical system, intelligent system utilization in industrial concept. So the industry is developed up to industry 4. Now the industrial layout are utilizing the industry 4 for producing the product with customized production technique rather than mass production system. Thank you.